We're talking the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors, and in this video, we're going to break it all down. What is going on in training camp against the New York Giants? Who's doing well? Who's not? We're going to give injury updates, as people want to know, and we're going to be talking about the depth chart that was thrown out. What does it mean for our Detroit Lions? Let's go. Do me a big-time favor and smash that like button. It absolutely does help. Let's get to 400 likes in this video. I think we can do it with your help. I know it can happen. Let's go ahead and get into the injuries. First off, there's no significant injury. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Jonah Jackson or Denzel Mims, they didn't practice. Folks, it's nothing major. This is what goes on in training camp. Players are going to get banged up. Players are going to have rest days. That's just the way it is. So when it comes to those guys, absolutely nothing to worry about. Frank Ragnow, he was absent yesterday from practice. Has nothing to do with his toe. So it was just family issues. I know a lot of people was asking about it. Is there some sort of significant thing going on with this toe? No, it was family issues. He got nothing there to worry about. And Craig Reynolds was absent from practice as well. When you're looking at all these injuries, there's nothing. So far, the Detroit Lions has gotten really lucky in the injury front. That's the last thing you want to have, is this team getting injured to their main players, and it's just not happening right now. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson's scare that happened earlier in training camp was a wake-up call, and so far, so good. Are you guys concerned about the Lions' injuries? Scale it, 1 to 10. 1 being you're not concerned, 10 being you are. Right now, I'm not a lot concerned going on with our football team. What are the New York Giants writers saying about the Detroit Lions doing well and what they saw from their perspective in the Lions versus Giants practice? The Giants' first team defense gave up a touchdown to the Lions in the red zone period at the end of practice. Lions wide receiver amon-ra St. Brown had a pair of short catches. Jackson sniffed out the bootleg by quarterback Jared Goff, and Hawkins had a good fit to stop the run. Detroit running back Jahmyr Gibbs got open right in the flat off the play fake for an easy touchdown. And got to tell you what is going on right now with Jahmyr Gibbs and in training camp is exactly what the Lions need. Why they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, because when he got open the flat, he was gone. He is making a huge difference right now in training camp, and he showed it against the New York Giant defense. They're doing a phenomenal job right now in utilizing his skill set in getting this man the football. And if you could see the clips on YouTube and on Twitter of the speed that Jahmyr Gibbs shown going past their linebacker. Jared Goff was on target as well. Very comfortable in the pocket, distributing the football, and he had one of his best practices so far in training camp, and it just so happens to be against the New York Giants defense. A lot of good things going on here. St. Brown as well had a really good play, getting open, getting a first down against Deonte Banks, the rookie over there for the New York Giants. Khalif Raymond continues to dominate. Clearly wins over Nick McLeod and Rodarius Williams, for the cornerback for the New York Giants. The chemistry is not fully there with Jameson Williams. That's the suck part, but it's going to take a little bit of time for that to occur. Another huge day for Dylan Drummond, who basically been the third best receiver so far in Lions training camp besides St. Brown and Raymond. Jared Goff says he's a great player, man. You see everything right. Consistently shows up. I know he's a special teams, what I've heard. For me, he's a guy that continues exactly where he's supposed to be at the time. He's fast. He's sudden. He's smart. He's got good hands. How many more adjectives can I say? He is a dang good player. And Jahmyr Gibbs just beating everybody, as we know, and that's what's going on. Marvin Jones Jr. had a really great practice, probably his best one, hauling in a couple impressive contested catches. And Trey Quinn, he's gotten a little quickness and release. He was newly signed here. Jack Campbell, he was second string. You had Derek Barnes playing as first string with Alex Anzalone. He continues to be impressive. Brian Branch is getting more and more features with the starters. C.J. Gardner-Johnson to safety. Tracy Walker with the second team defense. It's becoming apparent that they believe in Brian Branch, who we all believe in. Ufutu Melifonwu and Xavier Smith split alongside Walker. James Houston, Julian Alquar split time with the second team Sam linebacker. Tuesday, thinner defense was another big one for Starling Thomas, the undrafted free agent. He had a couple pass breakups. Really good for him. Aiden Hutchinson would have had sacks. He was dominant in practice, as he should be. And guess what? Kayvon Thibodeau, not really anything going up there. Jerry Jacobs, pass breakup. Kirby Joseph, Aiden Hutchinson running down play action. Joseph breaking passes. Quarterback short route, and Alex Anzalone as well blowing up play there for Detroit Lions. The Lions defensive backs, folks, are looking really good, and they were giving Daniel Jones fits. And we've been saying it on here for a while. I believe the Detroit Lions have one of the better defensive backfields in the NFL. So I want you right now to grade the Lions DBs. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to go ahead and give it an A. I think they did a phenomenal job. Let's go ahead and do some takeaways for the Lions depth chart that was shown here. And these are my 5 personal takeaways. It was the running back room. It had David Montgomery over Jahmyr Gibbs. And to me, that is exactly what we thought. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be kind of the Swiss Army knife. He's going to be a player that kind of does it all. And David Montgomery is going to be the Jamal Williams running back. So when you see that he's ahead of Jahmyr Gibbs, don't freak out. It doesn't mean anything bad about Jahmyr Gibbs. That's just how they use their running back room. Jahmyr Gibbs, he will get his. You never have to worry about that one. A really good one here was Levi Onwuzurike with the second team string defense. You say, oh, that's not good. It's great. That means he's been practicing. He's continuing to show up when we kind of expected with that spine injury that maybe he would be pushed out, but he's not. He's ascending, and that's so good for the interior defensive line of the Detroit Lions. We absolutely need him to continue to do what he's doing. So him part of the second team defensive interior, it's a very good moment. Aleem McNeil ahead of him, and that's fully to be expected. I don't know if a lot of people expected Levi to be in this position. So very happy for him, very happy for the work he's doing. And yes, it's only a couple weeks into training camp, and this is something that we're going to have to monitor throughout the rest of the preseason and continue on each game for the NFL season. But all you can ask for is what he's doing. Big shout out, huge love to Levi Onwuzurike. Julian Alquar is in the third string, and I take that is like a lot of us believe that he's on the downfall for the Detroit Lions. Julian Alquar hasn't really impressed that much in training camp. A lot of players are showing out when you're talking about like players not even in the defensive line, but undrafted guys, wide receivers, cornerbacks, and then you're just seeing what's going on here with Julian Alquar, and he's not really taken that step forward. Derek Barnes, third-year step. You're not really seeing it with Julian Alquar. And remember, folks, that the Detroit Lions the current regime did not draft Julian Alquar. So there is a possibility when it comes to Julian that he may not even make the football team. Now, again, this is just for right now, but we have a couple weeks. We got preseason Friday, and if he doesn't impress, folks, if he continues to do this, it's not going to be good for him and his career in Detroit. It's not. He needs to go ahead and continue to step up. He needs to play better, practice better for him to make the 53-man roster. We need the best 53. He's got to do a better job. Pick a running back to be RB3 between Justin Jackson or Craig Reynolds. If you think Justin Jackson should be RB3, put JJ in the comments section. And if you think Craig Reynolds should be, put CR in the comments below. Let's continue on here and talk about the fourth thing that I found out here is Derek Barnes over Malcolm Rodriguez. The hype of Derek Barnes getting better and taking that jump is occurring right now, and it started in OTA's minicamp, and he's right now practicing with the first strings, and that's phenomenal. Now, a reason I didn't put Jack Campbell on here is because he's a rookie. So right now, Derek Barnes is ascending to the point he will probably be the third guy on there when they do that. I do believe Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone will be generally your starting linebacker, but you're going to see a lot of Derek Barnes as well. And with him continuing to impress and do it, and the depth chart shows it, he's doing a good job. 4 here, Halapoulivaati Vaitai over Graham Glasgow. Yes, Halapoulivaati Vaitai in the depth chart is over Graham Glasgow, and that battle's still going on, but we don't really know officially who's going to get it. But right now, it's his spot. Now, it definitely could change for next week's preseason game. Maybe they put Graham Glasgow at the right guard position because these guys are battling it out. But this is one of the position groups that I have been watching. Who is going to take that right guard position over? Who's going to make it happen? And right now, for the depth chart, it's Halapoulivaati Vaitai, but this is still a battle that will be taking place for a couple more weeks. Folks, we're dropping videos on Lions Talk by Chat Sports every single day, live watch parties on Friday for the preseason game, and every single game will have it, as well as the One Pride podcast on Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So you're going to want to hit that notification bell. You're going to want to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors.